Hi, Professor T. This is Allison Swanson, your McGraw-Hill representative. And as promised, I am going to make you a quick video showing you how to use our print-on-demand system called Create. Create is something that you can use for any of your courses, and it's a great way for you to basically search anything that McGraw-Hill owns to use for your course. So I'm just going to build today what we talked about, and then I'm also going to show you how you can come up with primary sources and some other materials for your history courses by searching through some databases that we have. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I've logged in as you, and I will give you your credentials in an email. I just don't want your credentials out there on the internet. But the first thing that I'm going to show you is right here. This is like a Google search bar. You can search by author, title, ISBN. Right now, just to get that Davidson, I'm going to search by the author. I'm going to type in Davidson. So I imagine a couple of his texts will come up. Yep, there's his Nations of Nations book. There's some other things in here too. But here we go. After the Fact, Volume 1. This is what we talked about today. And you'll see your whole book is here. What you'll also see is that all the contents are here on the side. Right now, we don't have anything selected. So what I'm going to do, actually, since we're using most of the text, except for 2 chapters, I'm going to go ahead and add the whole book. From here, it just says, are you sure you want to add the whole thing? Yes, at this moment in time, I want to add the whole thing. And I'm going to call this Davidson After the Fact Edit. And then select the discipline. We're going to go to Humanities and Social Sciences, and we're going to go History. The reason it makes us select History is just because it wants to know what type of book it is, or what the course is going to be for, but also it's going to give us cover options that are appropriate for what exactly we are working on. So you'll see as that loaded, automatically it reduced the price. It came up to $37.95, and that's print black and white. So let's go to Arrange, and then from here we can move the chapters around if we wanted to. So a lot of people use Create even if they use all the content, they just don't like the way the chapters are arranged. They go in and they rearrange them. For our purposes, I know you want to get rid of, I think it was 6 and 7. If it's wrong, we can go back and easily change that, but I believe you said 6 and 7. So I'm going to go ahead and delete. Yes, I want to delete those. And then you'll notice now we are at about $31. So that's quite the accomplishment there for that book. So it's becoming a lot cheaper for your students automatically. So I think that's probably a price that you could really get behind, especially now that you are using the content that you're only going to use. Let's say you want to get rid of the preface, the introduction, the prologue too. That would reduce the price by this many dollars and cents. So you can always see kind of the price on the side, and it just adds it right up for you. Next, we're going to hit personalize. So another reason that this is cheaper than using the National Print Textbook is because we are taking the cover image off. So a lot of times instructors don't realize that you pay for the cover image, you pay for the binding, you pay for all that stuff that went into it. So what we do is just by putting your course title or whatever you want on the cover, we can make that a lot more inexpensive for your students. So right here, I'm going to select black and white. We can also make this a color ebook. They say color, but it's really just going to keep that blue in there for the, the headings that we talked about. We can also make this perforated 3-hole punch. So you can make this any way you want to. Even if you wanted to get a collection of documents and you really wanted it to be like a workbook for your students, you could choose that right here. I'm just going to keep it regular black and white print, regular perforated 8.5 by 11. And we're going to keep it perfect binding, but you can also make a plastic coil out of it or unbound loose leaf, so it's like a binder format. If you select any of these, it will become shrink wrapped for you too. And then I am going to create sequential chapter numbers. That just means that it will make sure that there are new chapters in order. And we can always edit that if you don't want that. And then we're going to create the book cover. So it's funny, these are the 3 that came out for us for history. which I kind of like, but there are lots of really pretty covers. There's popular covers on here too. So you can pick through any of these. You can also see all covers. I'm just going to pick one of my favorites. I like the Bill of Rights. No, we won't do that. We'll do, let's see, Rocky Sunset. That's pretty. So you can really put whatever you want here for course info, even if you want to call it Davidson after the fact. You could do that too. You could do that right here. It's just requiring you to put something in this field. And then we can put your course number here, whatever you wanted. And then also, it asks you to put your instructor info on there, but that's not necessary. Most instructors don't do that. They don't want their name on it, but some of them do. And then Saginaw Valley State University, history, and that's all on there. And it actually looks really slick when it comes out. It looks really, really nice. It doesn't look like it was just printed. It looks like it was pretty professionally done, so I think you'll be happy with it. And then from here, I'm just going to order you a review copy. This review copy is on a little bit of thicker paper than what your students would actually get. It's just the review, just so that you can make any edits that you want. If you want to call me back and say, Allison, let's fix the cover, I don't like that image. So it's not on the highest quality paper, but it just kind of shows you what it's going to look like. So I want you to know that. Also, I'm going to mail this as a print book. And from here, I'm just going to add in your address for your office, and then that's going to be on its way to you. So that is how I am going to make your new Davidson book for $30.90. So I'm going to finish that up in just a little bit, but then I wanted to show you too how you can go ahead and find documents that you might want to use as a supplement to any one of your classes. So if you're on this homepage and you're on the Find Content page, my suggestion to you is go to Browse Categories over here. From here, let's go ahead and pick history. So we're going to go to Humanities, Social Sciences, and World Languages. And then we're going to pick history. We have 139 different places we can go. And then we can go to American history. And then it even dives down further. So you can pick any of these readings that are inside here. You can go to 1945 to present, U.S. diplomatic history, Vietnam War. So this is a good place to start. So that's one place you can go. So let's just say, what would you want? The colonial period. I just remember us talking a little bit about that. So it actually will give you some books to choose from. Let's say you just wanted to go to collections of articles. So I'm sorry, these are actual books you can start to peruse through to get ideas. But let's say you just wanted to find articles. You can go to collections up here at the top. And then you can go to Humanities, Social Sciences, and look at this, American History Documents right here. And from here, it's going to pull up the entire collection of anything we have. You can go by time period, location, decade, author, topic. Let's go time period because we know that your classes are kind of spread out that way. Perfect. Colonial America, 38 articles right there for you to peruse through, and we'll just click go, and then they all pop up right here. And you can add these to your own little supplement or add them to a book. This is a really good way for us to make something that's really specific for your course that I think you're going to love. It does take a little bit of time for you to go through and decide what you want, but I think it might actually be fun for you to kind of search through here and see what you like. So if you have any more questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I'm available by phone or by email, and then I will also be back on campus probably within about 2 weeks of today. And we can talk about it then, but it sounds like we probably might want to meet after your spring break is when you're going to look at SmartBook a little bit more, and then you'll also be looking at this and be able to dedicate some time. I just wanted to make sure that you had this video ready to go. Thanks so much for watching, and please reach out to me if you have any other questions. I look forward to working with you. Bye.